Good morning to all of you. Today we will discuss about the software project planning. What do you understand by software project planning? Software project planning is a activity in which we are able to identify the size of the project, cost, development time, as well as we can say scheduling of the resources. So after the finalization of SRS, we would like to estimate the size, cost, as well as development time of the project. Sometimes, or many cases, customer may like to know the cost as well as development time even prior to the finalization of the SRS. So sometimes we are conducting this activity after finalization of the SRS or maybe before finalization of the SRS. So what are the activities involved during the software project planning? Here, first we need to measure the size of the project. After that, if we are able to identify the size of the project, we can calculate or we can estimate the cost of the project as well as development time. After that, we need to identify the resource requirement. What are the resources required to complete the project so that we can schedule the activities. So these are the some activities involved during the software project planning. So one of the method is for size estimation is called LOC, line of codes. So here you can see that the program is given. So here we can count the number of line. Here the number of line is 18. If we are removing or we are not counting the comments, so we can say that the LOC is 17. If we are count only the executable statement, so 5 to 17 or 18, these are the executable statement. So only we can say that this is a processor through which we can estimate the size of the project. But the problem in the LOC to measure the size, because at the starting जब हमारे को कस्टमर रिक्वायरमेंट डिफाइन कर रहा है, at that moment of time we cannot define that how much LOC are used because we are not implementing the program or projects. So this is one of the drawback of this size estimation technique, that is called LOC, line of code. So next approach is called function count or function point. Allen, working for IBM, recognized the problem in size measurement in the 1970s and developed a technique is called function point analysis, which appeared to be a solution for size measurement problem. So Allen proposed a solution for size measurement with the help of function point, with the help of requirement as well as design. We are able to estimate the size of the projects. So what are the special features of this function point analysis? Function point approach is independent of any language. We can say that we are using C, C++ or Java. Any kind of language we can use, any kind of tools, methodology for implementing the project. They do not take into the considerations for programming language, database management systems, processing hardware, or any other database technology. First features. Second features, function point can be estimated from the requirement specifications or design specifications. With the help of functionality, we can say that this is a size of the projects. So we will discuss later on, making it possible to estimate the development effort in early phase of the software development. Next feature of function point is directly linked to the statement of requirement. So any change of the requirement can easily be followed by a re-estimate of the size. Suppose that 4 requirements are given for a particular functionality, we are estimating the size of the project. If suppose that customer want, we need to add some functionality. So on the basis of, again we can re-estimate the size of the project as well as cost or development time. So this is another feature of function point. Function point are based on the system user external view of the systems. Non-technical users of the software system have a better understanding of what function points are measuring. So we can say that those persons, just we can say a customer, those are interacting with the systems, they can give a better idea about the functionality of the systems. Next is how we can calculate the function point. So these are the some functional unit that can easily understandable by the customer: external inputs of the system, external output of the systems, external inquiries of the systems, external logical files, as well as external interface files. So these are the 5 parameters they are defining as the weighting factors. So weighting factors, we can say that 5 low inputs for the systems, 4 average, 6 high inputs. So these are the category they are defining the weighting factor of the function point while we are calculating the function point. So these are the some UFP calculations. UFP means unadjusted function point. So how we are calculating the unadjusted function point? Here they are describing that the functional unit: external input, external output, external inquiries, external logical files, as well as external interface. If suppose that we are defining that 4 low inputs, so 4 into 3, we can define the total functional unit. After that, maybe 5 average external input. So 5 into 4, we are calculating the functional unit totals. Same as if 6 high external input, so 6 into 6, 36. Same as we are calculating all the functional unit. Finally, we will calculate all the functional unit and we can say these are the unadjusted function point. So here this is a formula to calculate the unadjusted functional point. The procedure for calculation UFP equals to summation of I equals to 1 to 5 and summation j equals to 1 to 3. So Zij, Wij, where I and indicate row and jth indicate the column of table 1. You can see in the table 1 here they are describing that external input, external output, low, average, as well as high. So you can see here Zij, I equals to 1 to 5. 1 to 5 means what are the inputs for external inputs, external outputs, external inquiries, external logical files, external interface files. So these are describing that 1 to 5. And what is the meaning of Z equals to 1 to 3? 1 to 3 means external input is low, average, or high. They are describing the 3 categories. So it is a count of the number of functional unit of type I that have been classified having the complexity corresponding to the column J. So with the help of this formula, we can calculate the UFP. Finally, how we are calculating the function point? Function point, organizations that use a function point method develop a creation for determining whether a particular entity or entry is low, average, or high. So FP equals to function point equals to UFP, unadjusted function point, into CAF, complexity adjustment factor, where CF, how we can calculate the CAF, complexity adjustment factors? So CF equals to 0.65 plus 0.01 summation of FI. FI is vary from 1 to 14, the degree of influence, as well as based on the response to questions noted in table 3. So in next slide, we will discuss how we are calculating, how we will identifying the CAF, complexity adjustment factor. So here they are describing that a table 1 to 14 factors. Does the system require reliable backup as well as recovery? Is data communication is required or not? Are there distributed processing functions? Is performance is critical? Will the system run in existing? So these are the 14 factors they are used in to calculate the complexity adjustment factors. In the scale, they are describing that no influence, incidental, moderate, average, significant, as well as essential. So you need to understand the scale. If suppose that data communication is not required, that means no influence. That means the value of this adjustment factor is 0. If suppose that performance is essential, what is the meaning of essential? Essential means 5. So we need to multiply with 5. Next example, when we will consider, we will solve a problem, so we can easily understand how we are calculating the function point. So just we can take an example. Suppose that this is a project. Consider number of user inputs are 50, number of user output defined 40, number of users inquiries 35, number of user files 6, number of external interfaces 4. Assuming that all complexity adjustment factors CAF as well as weighting factors are average. So both category are average. Compute the function point for the project. So first we need to calculate the UFP, unadjusted function point. So how we are calculating the unadjusted function point? First, here in this example, UFP equals to summation I equals to 1 to 5 and summation j equals to 1 to 3. So UFP equals to, what are the inputs? 50 is the input. What is the category? Is called adjustment factor as well as weighting factors are average. So what is the value of average? In this table, the value of average is 4. So we need to multiply with 50 into 4. Same as second, external output is called 40. The value of average is 5. Then third is number of user inquiries is 35. The category is average. So value of average equals to 4. Then we are multiplying with 4. And so on, we are calculating the UFP. UFP value is equals to 628. After that, the formula is FP equals to UFP into CAF. So first we need to calculate the CAF, complexity adjustment factors. So formula is 0.65 plus 0.01 summation of Fi. In the question given, all the complexity adjustment factors are average. So in this scale, you can see what is the value of average is 3, or how much factors are 14 factors. So you can see here 0.65 plus 0.01, 14 are the factors and all factors are average. That's why we are multiplying 14 into 3. So we are calculating the value of CF. CF equals to 1.07. While we are combining these UFP into CF, that is called function point. What is the meaning of function point? Function point, we are describing that if we are implementing a one functionality. So 672 functional points are defined in a particular project. So if we need to calculate what is the size of the projects. So different programming language, they are describing that if we are implementing one functional unit in C, so we need to describe that 128. If we are implementing in a Java or whatever programming language. So different calculations, they are defined to measure the size. Another example of again how we are calculating the function point. So in this example, they are describing that 10 low external input, 12 high external output, 20 low internal logical files, 15 high external interface files, 12 average external inquiries, and value of complexity adjustment factor. Here they are not define anything else. They are directly defined the CF value is called 1.10. So we need to calculate the value of UFP. How we are calculating the value of UFP? Again, same formula. UFP equals to summation I equals to 1 to 5, j equals to 1 to 3. Then 10 inputs. What is the category of inputs? That is called low. So value of low equals to 3. So 10 into 3 plus 12. What is 12? 12 is a high external output. So value is high is called 7. So 12 into 7 plus 20 is low internal logical files. So 20 into what is the category? 7 plus 15. What is the 15? 15 is a high external interface. high है category, 12 into 4. So we are calculating the value of UFP. UFP equals to 452. Then the formula is FP equals to UFP into CAF. 452, directly CAF is defined 1.10. While we are multiplying, and we will calculate the value of FP. Thank you.